This determined dog went to extraordinary measures to reunite with his owners, evoking strong emotions in those who witnessed his actions. The pursuit of better opportunities leads individuals to undertake various endeavors, including pursuing education as a means to explore greener pastures. However, there are also those who resort to breaking rules, illegally crossing borders to reach another country. Such is the case with the woman depicted in this story. Jennifer and her sister Clarine, who grew up together in Venezuela, sought new opportunities in Mexico. They meticulously planned their relocation, but they couldn't bear to leave behind Tommy, their beloved dog. Tommy's story began when he was a stray, enduring the harsh streets and adverse conditions. Despite his suffering, Tommy showed remarkable bravery and resilience. When Jennifer and Clarine discovered Tommy, his feet were covered in sores. They wasted no time in taking him to the veterinarian, where they discovered he had a life-threatening bacterial infection. Both sisters doubted Tommy would survive, but against all odds, he proved them wrong. From the moment they brought him home, it was evident that Tommy recognized the second chance he had been given. He fought to recover and soon became as healthy as ever. A strong bond formed among the trio, with Tommy accompanying Jennifer and Clarine everywhere they went and finding solace between them each night. Jennifer got so used to sleeping next to Tommy that she couldn't fall asleep without him by her side. So how could they leave such an important part of their lives behind? Initially, Clarine thought that traveling with Tommy would be bothersome. What if they weren't allowed into certain spaces because of him? What if he fell sick on the way? Clarine feared. However, Jennifer assured her that everything would be fine. Tommy has always been a good boy. He will do just fine, Jennifer told her. Afterward, they made all the preparations and set out for their journey. In an interview, the women said, "Tommy was very understanding during the trip when we had enough to eat. He enjoyed the moment, and when there was only little, he was understanding. He didn't get to eat his favorite foods, but from the way he wagged his tail, we could tell he was just so happy that we didn't leave him behind," said Jennifer. According to Clarine, he knew we were moving far away from home, and he didn't mind. He was adventurous and sweet. Unfortunately, when they got to the border of Mexico, things went south. The Border Patrol agent stopped Jennifer and Clarine. As soon as the officers began talking to the woman, Tommy knew they were in trouble, and he started barking. While talking to the women, the officers shushed Tommy away, and although he kept a safe distance, he didn't take his eyes over of his favorite humans. "I was so scared for Tommy. He was confused and restless," Jennifer said. The situation worsened, and the officers told the women that they would take them to the nearest border station. Just then Jennifer waved at Tommy and asked him to come, but the officers bluntly said, "He isn't going with us." Jennifer couldn't believe her ears. Who is going to take care of him? What will he eat? Where will he sleep? She'd almost screamed, but the officers didn't care. "You should have thought of all that before bringing him along," one of them said. By now, Tommy could tell that they were about to separate him from his friends, and he started barking nonstop. His cries were so heartbreaking. It was as if he was begging the officers to change their minds and let him go with Jennifer and Clarine. Sadly, the Border Patrol agent did not budge. The agents asked the woman to enter their van, after which they shut the door. As soon as the officers started the engine, Tommy dashed for the car and started running around it. The dog was so scared, and his owner said it was the first time they saw fear written all over him. When the van moved, Tommy still didn't give up, and he chased the van until it was out of sight. As for Jennifer and Clarine, all they could do was scream, "We're going to come back for you. Baby, please be strong." The officers told the women that they would never find Tommy again. They said someone better would pick him up. But is that fair? Animals have rights too, and Tommy didn't deserve to be separated from his family. When Jennifer and Clarine got to the border station, they were detained. Eventually, they were released from custody and ordered to appear before an immigration judge. Meanwhile, the two were worried sick over Tommy. They thought about all the things that could have happened to him. They didn't believe they would ever see their dog again, but guess what? Tommy refused to give up on his human friends, and he went in search of them. This dotting pup crossed the border back to Venezuela, and he looked for Jennifer and Clarine at all the places they had stopped on their way to Mexico. He stopped at some of the shelters they visited. Sadly, he didn't find them there, but he continued looking for them. Jennifer and Clarine sought assistance from Unificio, an organization dedicated to reuniting lost dogs with their owners. They shared their story, and the team promised to help them find their dog. The team posted pictures of Tommy on social media, resulting in an overwhelming show of support. Many people shared the post, while others reached out with sightings of the dog in their neighborhood. A few days later, something heartwarming occurred at a restaurant where Tommy and his owners had previously stopped to eat. The restaurant owner recognized Tommy and took him in, providing him with plenty of food. The owner then contacted the team, assuring them of Tommy's safety and offering to keep him until they arrived. The team promptly informed Jennifer and Clarine, who eagerly made their way to the restaurant the following day. The anticipation during the hour-long drive felt like an eternity to Jennifer, who couldn't wait to reunite with Tommy, shower him with affection, and express how much she had missed him. Finally, the car arrived at the restaurant, and everyone stepped out, ready for the long-awaited reunion. It was now time to meet Tommy. Immediately after Jennifer and Clarence stepped out of the car, they started screaming, "Tommy, Tommy!" The dog who was inside the restaurant heard their screams and recognized their voices right away. Filled with excitement, Tommy dashed out of the restaurant and came face to face with his beloved owners just as they were about to enter the restaurant. It was a very emotional moment, and neither Jennifer nor Clarine could hold back their tears. Tommy also wagged his tail happily. He was so happy to finally be reunited with his human mothers. It was such a beautiful moment. Tommy went crazy with excitement. With relentless barking and unwavering determination, Tommy ran throughout the area. Even though he stumbled, he quickly picked himself up and continued his search. Jennifer expressed immense pride in his perseverance, grateful that he never gave up on finding them. She vowed to never take his loyalty for granted, and Tommy remained glued to her side for the rest of the day. The reunion between Jennifer and Tommy was filled with an overwhelming sense of longing fulfilled. Jennifer showered him with affection, making up for lost time by snuggling and showering him with kisses. The deep bond between them was evident as Jennifer told Tommy he was the best dog in the world, holding him tightly. Tommy's story touched the hearts of many, evoking tears from those who heard it. People on social media played a crucial role in reuniting the furry hero with his owners, and their collective efforts brought immense joy. Tommy's tale exemplified the essence of friendship, loyalty, and true love, leaving a lasting impact on all who witnessed it. Jennifer and Clarine faced legal proceedings and were eventually deported, but they returned home with Tommy by their side. In an interview, the women expressed their willingness to consider legal relocation in the future. Above all, they were grateful that Tommy had found his way back to them, cherishing his presence and promising to care for him deeply. I hope you liked this story. Please give it a thumbs up. Share and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.